Good day, everyone. Alice here from Safi Financial Network. Today is June 8th, 2023, Thursday session. Pretty bullish session, but volume was light. So it's kind of like market is forming a rolling top, if you ask me. And let's get to the chart, see what chart tells us. Here is S&P 500 daily chart, and we are just if it this pattern forms at the bottom of the market, I would say that would be pretty bullish signal for the market. But right now, we are just forming apex pattern, which is kind of like megaphone pattern. This pattern is very aggressive. If you ask me, if it forms from the top or bottom, any either breakout to the other side, that would be pretty aggressive. So if we break out to the upside, can go massively to 4,400. If it goes below, it can just spike down to 4,100, if you ask me. And right now, market is just confused, just a full of confusion is happening with the market. Yesterday, Bank of Canada increased the rate. Bank of Australia, 2 days ago, 3 days ago, they increased the rate. And everyone is looking at the CPI number coming this Tuesday, and also Federal Reserve action on Wednesday to see how they're gonna adjust themselves. Are they gonna pause? Are they gonna pivot? Which no one expecting pivot at this stage of the game. If even if they increase the rate, so what would be the market reaction? So all in all, market is kind of like a confused, just waiting and holding. So as you see here, one day is down, another day is up. So this is kind of like, I should say, distribution. We call it as like a distribution, or we call it as a supply area, which is lots of institutions just putting their orders. So lots of buyers from retail buyers, lots of institutions from sellers, seller side. So we will see who is the seller, who is the buyer. So basically, we can see the results when things happening. But right now, I should say, based on my cycles, based on the price action, and based on the bigger time frame, which if you go to weekly chart, so weekly we are at the first time since this top in IMI 14 getting into this overbought condition, which is kind of like a, I should say, worry signal. And also for stochastic momentum, we are overstretched like 83%. This is very overstretched reading that I see. RSI just moving up nicely. So this is a bullish, but these two are bearish. And also MACD, look at the divergence here. So MACD is kind of like a very long divergence since last August 2022. And here's every single top. You're seeing the divergence coming down, especially when this one is going up. So here is the high, here's the higher high, here's the higher high. But look at the MACD. MACD without any changing phase, we're just going down, and down. So these lower lows in weekly chart tells me that we are at a weekly kind of like overbought condition, and we should see some kind of like volatile move to the downside, especially when we get in a bit to the VIX indicator. It goes to my buy area, if you ask me. And any other cases that I see, it's kind of like a market is forming the top information, at least for now, before summer rally. We can't get a summer rally. I don't know if it's going to be a higher high or lower high, but ideal scenario would be a dip to here to this area, which is 4,100, and then bouncing back up, just forming the bottom here for a summer rally. There's going to be two cases. Case number one is going to be just getting into a lower high, then coming down. Case number two, it could be just this one is stretching up a bit, just a short squeeze to the upside, getting to 4,400, and then coming down sharply for September, October, or even first quarter of 2024, which I believe that's gonna be very ugly year for lots of investors, traders. Well, it could be a great year for lots of people who have cash. Right now, people just full invested, lots of people full invested. However, institutions, they have got tons of cash on the side. So that's why I'm not expecting market crash right now, just because there are tons of cash is sitting on the side. So we'll see how it goes, but right now, market is just forming a bullish consolidation, and we will see how it goes if this bullish consolidation fails to the downside, or it's going to break out to the upside, engulfing this August top and getting into the market top, which is kind of interesting to see how market is going to react. And moving on to Nasdaq, which was the leader today, but Nasdaq again, based on the light volume today, it goes just kind of like a 3/4 of the yesterday session. So it goes up. So it's kind of like a resembling this top information here. So every single time the Nasdaq is on sell-off or at the top information, it gives 1 or 2 days hiccup and then going down. So look at that. So here is kind of like a coming down three days in a row, and then sharp move to the upside, then engulfing to the downside. Here is another scenario. So we are just at 4 days coming down, sharp move to the upside, then sharply coming down. So we will see how it goes with Nasdaq, because Nasdaq doesn't move easily to the downside, but when it goes, it's going to be aggressive. Right now, just coming down 1 day, pretty sharp sell-off. Actually, there were no buyers yesterday, but lots of people just getting into the buy position today. I don't know how come the sentiment has been changed, but right now I would expect this one is coming down to this level, and then we will get a buyers coming back for another sell-off. But seems like buyers just holding up this pivot for now, and we will see how it goes. All in all, I'm just looking for a dip to the downside. Possible scenario is going to be here to this area, the same as S&P, but I think this is going to be a selling opportunity if you ask me. If we don't get above this pivot, which is 14,800, then it's going to be a trouble, because if it consolidates here, that's going to be a bearish consolidation to the downside. So we'll see how it goes for now. Moving on to Dow Jones, which was positive today as well. So Dow Jones just followed through. So that's the difference between Nasdaq, S&P. S&P, Nasdaq, we had sell-off yesterday. Today was just a bounce. But for Dow Jones, totally different story. We have three consecutive green days in a row, and just getting above this top. So it's kind of like a diverging. I know the movement for S&P and Nasdaq was sharper today, but look at the Dow Jones. Dow Jones price action is showing us kind of like a diverging and kind of like a leading to the upside. Even Russell was negative today, but it's not going to be a big deal, just because Dow Jones, we have a breakout to the upside, and right now it's just forming a bullish consolidation. If this one goes up, that would be pretty nice scenario, because if you just draw a line here, so Dow Jones is kind of like showing a consolidation here prior this line. So we will see how it goes. But if Dow Jones can lead the market to the upside, that would be kind of like another recessionary movement, just because when Dow leads, market bleeds. So just take it from me right now. So here is reverse head and shoulder. Here's another reverse head and shoulder. This is nice, bullish confirmation as well. So we have this momentum to the upside. We need to take out this pivotal point. If we take out this pivotal point, which is around 34,200, that would be pretty bullish signal for the Dow Jones. Moving on to some individual names, starting with yield. So yield is coming down today. Nothing bad, nothing good, just the consolidation. As I said, yield can be chopped around here at least for next 2-3 days to see, because everyone is waiting for CPI number on Tuesday, and also for Federal Reserve meeting on Wednesday. So yield can chop around here, but today was negative. So that's going to be a good excuse for treasuries to be positive as well. So treasury just went up. I was looking for here to get involved more with accumulate more treasuries, but right now treasuries just got back to here to the upside, 102 closing price, and that was a good signal for gold as well. So as you see here, treasuries and gold are just moving with each other. They have like inverse correlation with bond yield. So when bond yield is positive, treasury is negative, gold is negative, and bond yield is negative. Treasury and gold will be positive. So today was kind of like a positive day for treasuries and gold today. So still looking for a downside move to here, to perfectly forming the ABC down to here to low 1900, 1890. Then we can see another move to the upside. Crude just coming down. Crude is playing nicely with yield. So most of the days when yield is up, crude is up, yield is down, crude is down. So yield was down today and crude is coming down as well. So, but buyers just come back a bit. So just pushing the price higher, closing above $70. So nothing has been changed for now. Crude is chop around for a while right now. So look at the chart. So it's kind of like a forming tons of ending diagonals, but it doesn't move to the upside or downside. So we'll see how it goes. VIX coming down, and this is coming back down to my primary buying signal. So I should just say I was tempted, to be honest, and I will be tempted for the next days if it just chop around here to get involved with VIX option by myself. It's been a while that I was waiting for VIX. I nailed this move to the upside. I'm looking for another upside move to here. That's going to be a 70% for VIX, and that's going to be a fantastic option play for VIX. So we'll see how it goes. Probably I will get in touch with the VIX option. I will send a signal if I get involved with this. So that's going to be a gambling, but I think it's going to be 30 to 45 days good gamble on the VIX side as well. Moving on to Dixie. Dixie sharp sell-off coming down today. So Dixie fails this bullish consolidation. This is kind of like a leading indicator. If Dixie is coming down, this means Federal Reserve is not going to push the rate higher. I don't know, to be honest, but Dixie price action was kind of like leading the market to the downside, at least for the Fed fund rate, for the yield, and for the it was a positive for treasuries and gold as well. So that was one of the reasons. Moving on to the technology sector, Apple just came back there up. So Apple just moved to new all-time high, coming down 3 days, and then today just a dead cat bounce, still in this uptrend. But as I said before, it's kind of like overstretched, overbought. I'm not chasing the price. I'm waiting for price to coming down to the perfect level, then I will get involved with this name. Right now, I'm not looking for buy. I'm not selling. I'm not buying. I'm just waiting on the side. Amazon, just a bullish harami. Nice candle, gapped up and hold up pretty well. $124. Meta, just a gap down, but moving up as well. So Meta just closed 98 cents positive today. But it was all in all, I should say it's kind of like a dead cat bounce. It's not a strong pattern. Microsoft, look at the bullish harami. It's pretty light. So it's kind of like even it's not a bullish harami with, I should say, to be nice with it, let's say bullish harami. But this one, I would say this is going to be a dead cat bounce to vert to this level. So this is the level that broken down. And right now we're just bouncing back up. So probably 1 day or two chopping around, then boom, coming down as well. So we'll see how it goes with Microsoft. Google coming down, it doesn't follow up the session. Excuse me, just a doji bar. Right now, Google just supported here by this gap. If this one take out, it can be a sharp sell-off to 112. Netflix, 2.40% to the upside, not bad session, but still is in top information. Tesla, 4.58 session. Even after hours, it goes to 241, which is fantastic for Tesla. Tesla is hitting to our target. So this is the one that I told you. If we close above this, we can just going all the way up to here. So look at the movement. Right now, Tesla is on its way to 254, if you ask me. Moving on to the semiconductor was SMH, just a bouncing back up. It's kind of like a forming a bullish consolidation, not a bad price action for now, but this triangle, if it gets coiled more and more and then going to the downside, you shouldn't be surprised because lots of technology sectors, semiconductors are very, very overbought. Stocks, this one as well. So the same pattern. It's kind of like a weaker than SMH, but this one is following up the semiconductor in overall. It is Philadelphia Semiconductor Index. TSM, just a bounce back up, close up negative, but candle-wise, it was positive. AMD, just another bullish harami today, but it's kind of like a forming a bullish consolidation. If you ask me, if it consolidates here, probably it's going to go higher. So let's see how pattern works. NVIDIA just gapped up, hold up for now. So any close below this, that could be very, very ugly. So let's see how it goes right now. So bullish Harami today, hold up for now. NVIDIA buyers still are strong, but if bears take control of this, that could be very, very ugly because they owe to bears a lot. Look at the movement from this bottom to here. A TXN, Texas Instrument, this one just gapped up, but it didn't work out, just a fell to the downside. Lam Research, it's kind of like a forming a small bullish consolidation here, so we'll see how it goes. Moving on to the financials, XLF, Spider Financials, Spider. So this one hold up pretty well, just a 3 cents down, nothing special. It's just a consolidating prior this pivot. This can go higher. KBE, this one just after breakout yesterday, it's just coming down, back test this dynamic trend line. So all entire sector needs to back test and then going up. KRE, the same pattern. It just had a breakout. Right now, bullish consolidation to take out this strong supply area. After taking out this, it can go to 49, 53, and then 56. We will see how it goes. JP Morgan, positive today. Doji Bar, nothing bad, nothing good. Just hold up pretty well. Goldman Sachs, 28 cents down. Nothing bad, nothing good again. So it's kind of like a holding off for now. If it consolidates here, it can go higher, tackle to this pivot, which is coming to this supply area. Wells Fargo, uptick today. So it was not bad. This one just getting off the bullet right now. So this is gonna be very, very nice demand area, which triggered to the upside. $44 to $45 could be a possible scenario. Citigroup just coming down sharply, just buyers recovered back again last hour of the session. But right now it needs to have more consolidation. I believe there's going to be another spike to the upside, especially when we have this FAL or flag limit. So that could be the scenario to $35, which is kind of like interesting to see. Right now 32 can go here, then coming down. So we'll see how it goes with Citigroup. Moving on to the gold miners. Gold had a positive day, but gold miners didn't react very, very aggressively. So they were positive, but they were not that positive that I think. So it's kind of like a warning signal for gold, if you ask me. Right now, pattern is fine. So pattern is bullish consolidation. It's just holding up for now. GDX, 49 cents to the upside. GDXJ, 83 cents to the upside. Not a bad pattern. But again, give it time. Give it time for more consolidation to form the bottom. Then it can spike up to the upside, which is kind of be a very, very bullish sector, especially miners. Silver and gold could be very, very positive. AEM, 80 cents to the upside. NEM, for some period of time, just it was halted due to the pending news, but I don't know what would be the news, so we'll see how it goes. But right now it's halted, I believe. But after hours, seems like it's open, like a $42 right now. Institution, one of the institution, ASB or ABS, I don't know the name. They just got involved. They just got a big position on it. Franco Nevada, $1.49 to the upside. Gold Barrick, 17 cents to the upside. Moving on to energy sector, XLE, which is spider of energy. So this one, it doesn't have like a good reaction for now. Just crude was negative. This one is coming down. We are getting into this wide range bar, so we'll see how it goes. This is a trend line, so lots of resistance here. However, we have a kind of like a triangle formation. So here is the low, here is the higher low, here is the higher low. So this one needs to trigger above this. If we get above this pivot, so that would be pretty spiky bullish signal for energy stocks. And right now, I should say it's going to be susceptible. Just be careful on that. Because if this one fails to the downside, it can go all the way to backtest this $70 for XLE. XOP, which is oil and gas exploration ETF, this one is breaking out to the upside, still need to close above 136. OIH, oil and gas services, this one needs to close above $300. Exxon, 34 cents down. Chevron, 59 cents down. So Chevron needs to close above this to get this target. Oxy, just the 33 cents down. Nice tail, by the way. So it's kind of like a nice tail. So we'll see how it goes. This is forming another leapfrog pattern. So here's the low, here's the low, here is another low. So we need to keep this and then moving higher, taking out this pivot. So we'll see how it goes. Rig, just a 4 cents down, nothing spectacular for now. Okay, I think I covered everything. Tomorrow we will have a weekly edition of the analysis, so make sure that watch that video as well. I'm gonna cover lots of stocks, lots of different stocks. Make sure to look at the Chinese ADR, guys. So this is the tip for those ones who watch this video until the last minute. So make sure see the EEM, ETF, and also the emerging market stocks. They are forming multi-month bottom, and that could be kind of like the scenario for the Chinese ADRs as well. Have a wonderful evening. See you on the chart. Bye-bye.